Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin lovers. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American history, hidden inside one of the smallest and most ordinary coins in your pocket, the United States of America 1-cent coin from the year 1995. Don't underestimate this tiny piece of copper, because what looks like just another penny could actually be a doorway to an incredible fortune and a piece of untold history. Imagine this: you're walking down the street, you find a penny lying on the ground, dull, scratched, maybe even dirty. You pick it up, and without realizing it, you're holding something worth a small treasure. Sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of coin collectors, the 1995 1-cent coin isn't just a simple coin. It's a mystery, a symbol of perfection, error, and value all mixed into one story of luck and legacy. Let's begin with a little backstory. The 1995 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of freedom, courage, and the American dream. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a part of American coinage since 1909. But in 1995, something extraordinary happened at the U.S. Mint that turned some of these simple copper-plated zinc pennies into valuable treasures. During the minting process, a rare error occurred, known to collectors as the 1995 double die obverse. This means that when the coin was struck, the design on the front side, especially the inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," were slightly doubled. To the untrained eye, it might look like a shadow or blur in the letters, but to coin experts, this doubling is like a golden signature of rarity. And here's where things get exciting. Not every 1995 penny has this doubling. Most are completely normal, worth just 1 cent. But a few lucky coins came out with that double image, and those are the ones that can turn an ordinary day into a millionaire's dream. Collectors and historians began hunting for these coins as soon as they were discovered. Some even say it was one of the biggest surprises in modern coin collecting history. People started going through their jars of change, coin rolls from banks, even old piggy banks just to find one of these rare 1995 double die cents. The doubling is most noticeable in the word "liberty" and the phrase "In God We Trust." If you have a magnifying glass, take a close look at your penny. The difference might be small, but the value is enormous. Now let's talk about how these coins became so desirable. It's not just the error itself, it's the story behind it. The 1995 penny came out at a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning to new technologies, and that tiny mechanical slip became an unintentional masterpiece. Each one of these double die coins carries a story of imperfection turned into perfection, a reminder that even mistakes can become masterpieces. Coin collectors all over the world started bidding for them, and soon, the prices began to skyrocket. At first, it was worth a few $100s, then thousands. And today, depending on its condition, mint mark, and clarity of the doubling, the value can be jaw-dropping. And here's something even more interesting. There are two main versions. One minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, and another in Denver with a D mint mark. But it's the Philadelphia Mint version, the famous 1995 double die obverse, that holds the real magic. Some of these coins have been found in brilliant uncirculated condition, meaning they still shine as if they were just minted yesterday. Those are the gems collectors dream about, the kind of coins that can be auctioned for tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine, a coin that cost the government just a fraction of a cent to make, now becoming a symbol of wealth, luck, and fascination. So next time you're counting change or emptying your wallet, don't just overlook those pennies. That one coin you've ignored might just be your ticket to a better life. Carefully check every 1995 1-cent coin you find. Look for the double letters, the shine, and the small clues of rarity. Because who knows, the coin you're holding could be one of those few treasures that collectors dream of owning. And the most exciting part? The 1995 1-cent from the United States of America, with a rare doubling error, has been sold in auctions and private collections for as much as $45,000. In 2005, the United States of America released one of the most fascinating coins in modern minting history, the 1-cent coin, often known as the Lincoln penny. To many people, it looks like just another ordinary coin, the kind you toss into a jar or find lying at the bottom of a drawer. But hidden beneath its copper glow lies a story of rare errors, hidden varieties, and a value that can shock even seasoned collectors. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, history, and fortune behind the 2005 United States 1-cent coin, and why some of these tiny coins are worth more than you could ever imagine. Let's start by taking a closer look at the design. On the front side of the 2005 penny, you'll find the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of freedom, courage, and unity. His portrait has been featured on the cent since 1909, marking more than a century of history on this humble coin. Above his head are the words, "In God We Trust," a timeless motto that reminds us of the nation's faith. On the left, the word "Liberty" proudly stands, and on the right, you'll see the year of minting, 2005, alongside a small letter that indicates where the coin was made, such as D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. Flip it over, and the reverse side reveals the classic image of the Lincoln Memorial, the iconic monument in Washington, D.C. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, one of the smallest and most detailed designs ever created on a U.S. coin. The words United States of America curve proudly across the top, while E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, sits just above the monument, and at the bottom, the denomination 1 cent is clearly engraved. Now, while millions of these coins were produced, not every 2005 penny is the same. Some carry hidden secrets that make them extremely valuable. These are called mint errors, small mistakes that occur during the coin's production, but instead of being discarded, they make their way into circulation. Collectors go crazy for them because they're so rare and unpredictable. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 2005 penny is the die crack error, where a crack in the minting die leaves raised lines or marks on the coin's surface, almost like lightning bolts or veins running across Lincoln's face or the memorial. Another fascinating error is the double die, where the coin was struck twice, creating a ghostly effect on the letters or numbers. If you ever notice the words Liberty or the date 2005 appearing slightly doubled, you might just be looking at one of these rare treasures. But the story doesn't end there. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly aligned, leaving part of the surface blank or misprinted. Depending on how far off it is, this kind of coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another rare find is the broad strike penny, which occurs when the coin is struck without its protective rim collar, causing it to appear wider and flatter than normal. Even the material matters. Some 2005 pennies were accidentally struck on planchets, the blank metal discs, meant for other coins, like dimes or foreign currency. These are incredibly rare and can fetch massive prices at auction. So if your 2005 penny feels lighter or thinner than usual, don't ignore it, it could be worth a fortune. Collectors and treasure hunters spend hours searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to uncover one of these hidden gems. They use magnifying glasses, special lighting, and online databases to compare details. The slightest variation, a misplaced letter, a small scratch, or a tiny bump, can change everything. In the world of coin collecting, even a microscopic difference can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery. The 2005 Lincoln penny also holds sentimental value. It was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into new designs for upcoming years. It represents the end of an era and the beginning of another, which makes it historically significant for collectors who love connecting the dots between design evolution and national heritage. So, next time you hold a penny from 2005, take a moment to look closer. Check the date, the mint mark, and the surface. Examine the edges and the color tone. Some may appear darker, others shinier. Look at the letters carefully. See if they're perfectly aligned or slightly off. Because in those small details might hide the difference between an ordinary coin and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Imagine finding one of these rare 2005 pennies hiding in plain sight, sitting in an old wallet, mixed in with spare change, or forgotten in a piggy bank. Just one rare variety could turn your regular day into a moment of pure excitement and disbelief. It's not just about luck, it's about awareness, curiosity, and the thrill of uncovering hidden history. People all around the world are beginning to realize the importance of checking their everyday coins. Social media is filled with stories of individuals who stumbled upon coins worth thousands of dollars, simply because they paid attention. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt, where anyone can be the lucky discoverer. So, before you spend your next penny, pause for a second and look at it. That 2005 1-cent coin you're holding might just be one of those ultra-rare editions, a collector's dream and a symbol of hidden wealth.